All right. Hey guys, this is Kathryn and this is Little Bits of Heaven Homestead, and you have met my daughter Sienna before. You want to say hi to everybody?
Hi.
So hey friends. So tonight we are talking about working with fiber, and this is actually how I started my video career, as you would say. So I know that I've shared with you guys several times that I had no intentions of being on video, and I actually met Julie from Dirt Patch Heaven when they were doing their RV tour of the US, or at least the southern US, and she happened to be in my town. And I had been a longtime follower of her channel. Hey Karen, welcome! So love that you always join me. I always get excited to see you. So Julie and her family, they had some life changes and they were doing a tour of the US, at least the southern US, and ended up in my town. They were kind of hopping town to town, really only staying one night, and I was thrilled when I caught a live video of theirs and they said they were in my town and they were here for like a week, and then they were leaving for a week and then coming back. Hey Linda, welcome. So I had contacted her and her family came out to meet us, and we actually got to spend like a whole week together. Hey Jennifer, it's so good to see you guys. Oh, I love when friends pop on. So they came out and they spent a week with me and my family. They did some filming and then they went on their way, and I thought that was kind of it. And she, as you guys know, she has all sorts of autoimmune issues and she had some skin issues, and I make lots of natural body care products, and my heart ached for her. So I contacted her at one point and I said, I don't know if this is going to help you, but I really want to send you one of my lotion bars. And so I did, and it did help her, thankfully. And then she contacted me and said she wanted to promote my products. And I was like, no. As I was doing it just for fun. I really didn't want to get locked into a large scale anything. And she's got a huge audience. And so the idea overwhelmed me. And then about a week or two later, I contacted her and said, you know what? I write this weekly column for the newspaper, and I really, one thing that she preaches regularly is residual income. So you put in the work today and then put it out there, and that's what an advantage of YouTube is, and hopefully someday I'll become monetized and actually capture that residual income. But I contacted her about helping me get set up with a blog. So hey Tambo, Lansing, Michigan, finally caught me live. Awesome, and thanks for commenting this week. I was excited to see your comments. So Julie, I reached out to her and asked her to help me set up a blog, and what I wanted to do was throw my article that I write weekly onto this blog and hopefully at some point have it monetized. And she says, I've got an unorthodox idea. And a week later she showed up in my life, brought me a spinning wheel, and said, we're going to do videos together. And I didn't quite know how to react to that, but I adore Julie, have total faith and trust in her. And so I told her, I was like, you do know I don't know how to spin, right? And so she's just kind of cannonballed me into this whole arena that I didn't anticipate, but I'm so eternally grateful for her. And in fact, we are in business together. I don't know if you guys know that, but we have an Etsy store. We sell products. This is one of the products that we sell, and it is just absolutely fabulous, because as I've been learning how to work with fiber, these have become some of my favorite tools. And I wanted to show them to you tonight, and hopefully I'll get into showing you how to spin as well. Make no mistake, I am not an expert on any of this. In fact, homesteading, I wouldn't even say that I'm an expert. I'm kind of a learn by the seat of my pants kind of gal. So Garden City Homestead, hi from South Carolina, life in the UP. So, oh, you're sick and headed to bed. I hope you feel better. Thanks for popping in and saying hi. So working with fiber is definitely not something that I would call myself an expert in, but she's just kind of thrown me into the fire, and I have absolutely fallen in love with it. So I call the spinning wheel that she left with me, it's a Spinolution hopper. I kind of has coined it my boyfriend, and I work with it while this one's going to bed. So we talked about your channel on my live today. Garden City Homestead, thank you so much. I appreciate that, like truly. As I do, because I'm new to this, as you know, and so any shout outs are greatly appreciated. So this was something that, and they look intimidating, they look like weapons. So Jennifer says, love watching the process of all of this, can't do a lick of it, but I'd love to start. So Tambo says, I like your daughter's eyeglass frames. Yeah, thank you. She just got these ones. She's got a pretty heavy prescription. She was born 9.5 weeks early. She is the reason I do a lot of this homesteading. So she's kind of my motivation, and she just kind of keeps me going. She's got this love for life and excitement that just drives me. So I figure if she's ready to jump in and learn, that I should be too. So Tambo says that she wears glasses too. So, okay, so these guys, let's get back to business. So can you show them how to work with fiber? So this is how Julie first taught me. Ecocentric Homestead, hello. So just grab a little piece here.
Yeah.
So Julie, first thing she did was hand me some fiber. I knew nothing about working with raw fiber. In fact, the little bit of spinning, and I can't even call it spinning, what I had done prior to Julie coming into my life was working with Rollags. And this is something you would buy at any fiber store, and it's already been processed. A lot of times it's been chemically dyed, and it's pretty much ready to go. You split it up into small pieces and spin from here. Julie, and she now has turned me into a fiber snob. You spend any time with Julie, and she's going to show you how to do things on the cheap, and then she's going to show you how to do them on the high end. And not necessarily that it costs a ton, but you're investing in yourself. You're investing in your skills, and if I've learned anything from her channel is pay for the right tools and it's gonna pay for itself. So she brought me, this is fiber from Natalie at Namaste Farms. It was such a treat. We actually last year went out and stayed with Natalie on her farm. We got to see her sheep. We got to watch her die for a little bit. We got to interview her. She is a kick in the pants and just so fun. If you don't know Natalie, you should probably check her out because it is worth the pop over to her channel. So, but she has sheep, and I'll show you. So this is a lock. So that is directly off the sheep, and then she dyed it. And just beautiful stuff. I mean, just absolutely beautiful. You probably can't find much better than this. Natalie is top end. Would you do me a favor, baby? And would you turn on the light? I hope that it'll make things a little less funky in here. So the sun was up when we got in here and then started going down. So Linda says, I saw you on her channel. I just love Julie. I have no idea what she saw in me, but she showed up and said, you need to do this. You need to share yourself with the world. I was highly resistant. Here I am. So in fact, she told me the other day that I should go back and watch our first video together because the first several we did, I was like a deer in the headlights, like totally freaking out. Story of my life is I always have technical difficulties, and there were several times that I couldn't get her on, and I was ready to throw up for one, and I just wanted to click the off button and get off camera as quick as possible. I stuck with it, thankfully, and now you guys get me here. So what she did was hand me raw logs, and she taught me how to process them and said this is absolutely most important part of spinning. And it really is, because you cannot go from this and then just throw it on your wheel. There is some prep work involved, and there's different tools. You can do it by hand, and that's what Sienna's doing here. And so you want to take it from this
Can you take this one back?
I can hold that, yes. Can I show them what you got real
Yep.
quick? And she is just jamming away at it. And what you want is to be able to see through it.
Like
So,
a cloud.
Like a cloud. So that is in fact what they call this state is cloud. And you could spin from this. Oh, thank you. Do you want to make some more?
Sure.
Okay,
This
thank
is
you.
fluffy.
That is fluffy. So you can do the same thing. There are different, and I am not an expert. I have not used these. These are not Julie's favorite. So these are big carding paddles. And I haven't really worked with these because Julie spoiled me and sent me with these suckers. So they look like weapons. They are weapons. They come with these little cardboard covers. It's important to keep these if and when you buy them. we do sell these in our Etsy store. So Ecocentric says, can't say that surprises me about Julie. She comes across in her videos as a very supportive person. She's amazing. Just absolutely amazing. And I know I say that in lots of my videos. I'm kind of in love with her. I had a girl crush on her before she showed up in my life. I have no idea why she has poured so much into me, but I just adore her. And so she's stuck with me whether she wants to get rid of me or not. I am Team Julie. So you want to keep these things because pets, kids, clumsy husbands, clumsy me could easily impale themselves on one of these because they are sharp and they are dangerous. So always respect your tools because they are a tool nonetheless. So, and I wanted to show you, so Sienna's here working away. And can I show them the cloud again? So this would be about half a second of spinning. You would eat through this so crazy fast.
And it's easy to work with because if your kids want to do this, this is a good way.
This is a perfect thing to keep kids occupied. And in fact, back in our great-grandmother, grandmother's, great-great-grandmother's era, this was the kid's job right here. And I used to do the farmers markets here in town, and I would take my spinning wheel with me just because I like to be productive and I don't like to sit. I don't sit very well. And it was amazing how many older men specifically would come and crowd around me and tell me stories about sitting at their grandmother's feet and preparing fiber. And it was just so sweet to hear their stories and how they reminisced about it. And so this is something that not only is it productive and it gives kids something positive to do, but it's a long time skill. So North Star Prep Setter Kathy said, you spin too, sweet. I wouldn't call myself an expert spinner, but I do spin. Let's see. In fact, I'll show you some that I made. So
it's really pretty when like people make that because you can like make it into like beautiful decorations that you can put on your wall.
Or knit. I'm not an expert knitter either, but I can make a mean scarf. So this is a single ply. I have not plied it yet. So Julie taught me how to Navajo ply, which is super crazy fun. So that's what I'm probably going to do to this. So here's another roll lag that you would buy. This we got in a package. So, but I wanted to show you these guys because not only are they fun looking, but they're fun to work with. So let me load. So what you would do, did you have something to say?
No.
No? Okay. I do have a friend coming over tonight and we're gonna make soap. So Kicking It With Karen says thumbs up, thank you. So you wanna take your fiber, and I'm not gonna do a crazy ton because I do have time constraints tonight. So Jennifer said we had a giant loom at the museum my grandmother worked at when I was little. I would sit and mess with that for hours. Oh, how fun. I've never worked with a loom. I'll show you something else that Julie sent me with.
And also fiber can be really beautiful colors if you can make them together because this is what it could look like if you combine two colors.
So, and Natalie's got a really cool one pot process where she dyes it different colors. I haven't learned how to do that. And I'll show you guys someday because Julie and I do carry a green dye for fiber that has no heavy metals. And that's also in our Etsy store. So I'll do a show someday on dyeing because I'm also learning. So this is a lap loom. And Julie's kids did show me how to work with this. I'm not an expert there either. So, but that's the cool thing about homesteading is you don't have to be an expert to start. I would just highly recommend jumping in and having fun and learn as you go. Because really, if you're waiting to be an expert and you know it all, you're never going to start. So Jennifer says, nice, much more manageable. Yeah, that's actually kind of fun, and I need to get back to it. I've got a whole long list of stuff I need to do, want to do. So, and that's a fun thing about homesteading as well is it's really limitless. So North Star Prep Setter says, my mom had some yarn. Let's see. Nope. Okay. With hair wave from our collies when we were growing up. Oh, that's awesome. You know, it's funny, Julie and I don't do a single show on spinning where somebody doesn't bring up, hey Tom, where somebody doesn't bring up spinning with dog hair. Totally doable. In fact, Julie recently was sent a whole bunch of dog fur, and she spun up a whole bunch of yarn on it, which I'm not sure that I have the skills and abilities. And you're not limited to sheep wool. In fact, I have a bag over here that Renee from Tailspin Farm sent me of Angora rabbit fiber. It's so soft and fluffy.
It can be like a pillow.
It could be, yeah. Julie also gave me some alpaca. And then something called Homestead math starts taking over. And then in your mind you can start justifying, like, yeah, I really need to raise alpaca. Yeah, I really need sheep. Jan Massey, who's friends with Natalie over at Namaste Farms, and I forget Jan, she goes by, I think, Spider Woman, I forget. She's just super fun too. But she posted some black-faced sheep the other day. I think I need black-faced sheep. They are so stinking cute.
I did 3.
Beautiful. So, okay. So I just want to show you guys this real quick, and then I got to get going because I got soap to make. And like I said, friend coming over. And
this is what it has to look like if you like do it. These both sides are like really colorful. It looks like hair.
It does look like hair. I just love you, kiddo. I love doing videos with you. You're so fun. Okay. So I'm going to totally mess this up. Tom says, got your helper today. Yep, she's my favorite helper. So, okay. So Julie makes this look easy, and I am always weird and awkward. Linda says, your daughter is precious. Thank you. So she, like I said, she is really my motivation for a whole lot of stuff. As, she was, like I said, 9.5 weeks early. The weekend I brought her home, we had the coldest temperatures we have ever experienced here. And our pipes froze solid for 5 days, which was really kind of terrifying because I was so dependent on running water at that point in time with a brand new baby. And it made me realize just how precious life is and how insecure we really are as far as dependent on our systems. And then also, I became really terrified at the fact that we have almost no skills. So, like the video, folks. Oh, thank you, Tambo. I always forget to say that. If you could please like, share, and subscribe, I would appreciate it. So, here's my little advertisement for myself. Okay, so got this loaded, and you just kind of want to flick it. And what you're trying to do is the exact same thing that Sienna was doing by hand. And you can see, it makes quick work of it. And Julie makes this look so easy, and I am weird and awkward with pretty much everything I do. I'm okay with that because I'd rather show you guys that you don't have to be perfect, that you can be weird and awkward. Things don't always have to go to plan, and you can still make it work.
And this is also an easier way because this is like easier because it's like these needles, but it's especially really fun when you do it by hand. Soft and yeah.
Kathy says, I missed what kind of hair this is. This is sheep, and I forget what kind. I think it's Corriedale. I'm not positive. So I always look at Julie with big deer in the headlight eyes, and I'm like, I don't know, sheep. So Julie is by far the expert. I just kind of go along with it and pretend like I know what I'm doing. So, but you can see, look at how quick that turned into the same stuff that Sienna did, and on a much larger scale. So you could prepare a lot more wool. So Kathy says pre-dyed then. Yes, we get this from Natalie, dyed like this. Natalie's got a really cool one-pot process as far as her dyeing methods. And I will show you because I do have some raw fiber. And at some point, not today, but another day, I will show you fiber dyeing. And I've only done it once with Julie, but it was super fun. I need to do more of it. And I only did one color. So I really need to get in there and experiment. And I'll just bring you guys along for the ride. You can experiment with me because Julie told me when I first started this that I needed to figure out what I was an expert in. And I told her I don't want to be an expert, that I am not an expert. I'm not going to pretend to be an expert. I'm an expert at not being an expert. So I'm really good at learning. I love to learn. And so I'd rather you guys know that not everybody on YouTube knows exactly what they're doing all the time. And there's a learning curve to everything, and it's okay to just jump in. So, okay. So this is not perfect. And what Julie would do is she would load it from one comb to the other. And with Natalie's wool, there is not a lot of debris. There's not a lot of little pills in here. And so hers is really pretty perfect fiber. In some, depending on the quality of fiber that you're getting, you could have a lot of little slubs in here. These combs are good at sorting lengths. So, and there's different size combs. If you guys are interested in these at all, we've got them on our Etsy store, which is Dirt Patch Heaven. I do have it in the description wherever the heck it is. I think it's down below.
Yep.
Is it down below? Thank you. So, and the different combs are for different types of fiber. So we have like a really fine comb that would be for Angora. This is kind of a multi-purpose. If it were me and I were going to buy combs, I would buy these. These are the double row extra fine, and they're pretty multi-purpose for different types of fiber. So, okay. And so like I said, Julie just flicks this out and she's ready to go. I am weird and awkward with pretty much everything I do.
So that is the comb, and then this is the fiber.
Yep. So let's see. I'm going to scroll back. So Kathy says we're all in the learning process and so much was lost over the years. Right? And these are things that we just take for granted that our grandparents knew how to do and we don't know how to do, and so we're all learning. So let's see. Jennifer says it's exciting relearning all of these skills though, isn't it? Seems more life fulfilling. Totally fulfilling. Yeah, oddly enough, this brings me great joy. Even though it's weird and clumsy and awkward, it's fun to do. So Tom says that it's good to see you trying. Thank you, Tom. Tambo says, I watch these kind of videos to learn gardening, homesteading, prepping, cooking. I get great ideas, plus highly entertaining. You know, this is where I came to as far as when we started our homesteading, because I didn't know what I was doing. I'm second generation off the ranch. It was all new to me. And so I went to YouTube. I went to Facebook. I joined groups. I asked a lot of questions. And now I'm at a point where I'm not necessarily an expert, but I've learned so much and I want to share it with you guys. So this is really it. So I would do this process again and go from this comb back over to this comb, just to, because you can see that there's still some chunks in here that need to be separated. And so you would just kind of flip through it again.
And it's really fun to do this. It's like very entertaining. If you have wood, well, and you have this.
Yep. So, and then you come up with a product that's actually usable. Mm-hmm. So it's not like mind-numbing like TV. You're actually doing something productive.
But it's just really fun.
And it is really fun. So you can see, even though I've still got some locks in here, for the most part, and I'll just pull those out and I will show you guys. So I could spin from this. And so you would just take little bits and spin it, and ta-da! You got usable fiber ready to go onto your wheel. And so I just wanted to show you guys, because this is where I started on my filming career, and I thought it was kind of appropriate. Plus I haven't shown these guys, and it's tons of fun. Just wanted to share something quick and fun with you guys tonight. So, ta-da! So that's all we've got for tonight. And then I will show you spinning at some point, and then I'll show you fiber dyeing at some point and take you along on our journey. I thank you guys for joining us. If you haven't already subscribed to this channel, I would appreciate it. Any shares are greatly appreciated. Likes are also appreciated. So, and as always, thank you for joining us. Thank you for your support. If you guys do want to support our channels, there are links as far as to our Amazon store. You don't necessarily have to buy anything in there, but if you do click on it and then do your regular shopping, we do get a small percentage. It doesn't change any of your prices. It just, it's kind of like a funnel, and they just appreciate us filtering your way. So, all right, everybody's saying thanks and have a great evening, and thank you for sharing. So we appreciate you guys. Hope you have a great evening, and we shall talk to you later. So,
Bye.